Sometimes I look in the mirror and I don't love what I see. I wouldn't go as far as to say that I'm ugly, but there's always room for improvement. I'm trying to looksmax, alright? And who better to learn looksmaxxing from than the current #1 ranked Giga Chad, Clavicular. Now you might be saying, Zach, I'm employed. I don't have time in my life to learn about someone named Clavicular. Well, it's too late now. I'm sorry. You already clicked on the video, you gotta watch the rest of it. Clavicular is probably the most talked about person on the internet right now, and he is most well known for looksmaxxing. Looksmaxxing, for those who don't know, is basically maximizing your looks, improving your looks in any way you possibly can. Whether that be, working out, styling your hair, dressing nice, or hitting your face with a hammer. We'll get to that. Clavicular takes looksmaxxing to the absolute extreme. He believes that looks are the most important thing in the world. They matter more than everything else.
When you are not attractive, your life is hell. I've experienced it. I'm sure a lot of people have experienced it that are watching this right now. And then when you start to get a little bit of good looks, everything changes. It's like a switch flips in your life.
One of Clavicular's most infamous methods of looksmaxxing is what's known as bone smashing.
Fuck, that's starting to hurt, man. Let's do a little bit more.
The idea behind this is that strategically hitting your face with a hammer causes microfractures, and when said microfractures heal, your facial bones will be more defined and chiseled.
I know it hurts, but that means it's working. That's the only indication. You have to push past the pain. Look at me.
There's really no evidence that this actually works at all, though. I did, however, see a guy on Reddit say that he paralyzed his face doing it, so that's something. Clavicular has these before and after photos that he uses as evidence that his methods work, but they're just him finishing puberty, so they don't really prove anything. Nobody looked good when they were 15. Clavicular is only 20, by the way. I feel like that's kind of an important detail in all of this. He is 1 year younger than me, which means that I get to condescendingly refer to him as a kid.
Drugs do you take in a day?
I'm taking testosterone every single day. I take minoxidil for my hair. I take dutasteride for my hair. I take 7.5 milligrams of Accutane a day. I use crystal meth as a stimulant and to lean max. It's much more mild than Adderall, actually, and I'm pretty much using meth for hollow cheeks.
Oh, hell yes, now we're cooking. I suppose my question would be, why? Why is using that substance your first resort? How do you possibly reach that conclusion? This kid, man. There are many other substances he's tried, such as fat dissolvers, which I feel like the very idea of fat dissolvers are kind of exemplary of his very short-term approach to all of this.
Take me back to 14-year-old Brayden. What was the exact moment you decided that natural puberty wasn't enough?
I thought, why would I work out as a natural, take years to make the progress that I can make in months?
Flawless logic. Can't really argue with him there. He's even admitted to being infertile as a result of all of these substances.
So right now, I am infertile, but I'm not able to have a kid right now. But if I wanted to, there's a protocol I can put in place to be immediately good again.
Wait, why are you infertile right now?
So it's just like a negative feedback loop when you're not needing to produce testosterone anymore because your body realizes, okay, we're getting it from an exogenous
So you're not producing
source.
any testosterone naturally?
No.
I love how his solution to the problem caused by the substances he's taking is to take more substances. That is so awesome. He's also floated the idea of getting jaw surgery.
Clav, why are you getting a double jaw surgery?
I am getting a double jaw surgery due to the fact that I know the amount of money that I'm investing will pay itself off to a huge degree, right?
He's gonna look like handsome Squidward at the end of this. He also has a course where he teaches people to looksmax, and I'm sure all of his students have to rehab max afterwards because the drugs. That's a joke, Clavicular, please don't sue me. But if it was just for the looksmaxxing, I don't think Clavicular would be nearly as famous as he is. But he's not just a looksmaxxer, he's also a streamer. Most of his streams just consist of him going out to clubs, drinking, even though he's not 21 yet, and just trying to get women to sleep with him.
A little more personality first.
A little more personality. I got the most personality on it.
Okay. Let's see a little bit more then. Okay?
What do you want to say?
I don't know. Let's chit chat and we'll talk.
Chit chat.
And we'll see.
I'm trying to get up inside you on it. We'll chit chat after.
Okay. Bye. That's all.
Who is this for? Who is watching this 8 hours a day? He has said, though, before that he doesn't care about the girls. He only cares about mogging.
So that's like the goal in life, right? It's just, I don't really give a shit about getting girls. I just want to mog.
For those who don't spend all day on their phones, mogging is the act of looking better than someone. He does a lot of clip farming, so he'll do and say like insanely outrageous things so that people will clip it and talk about him. He's kind of an edgelord. Someone said that his fellow streamer Marlon mogged him, and here's what he had to say to that.
Marlon mogs all of you? Yeah, but he's black.
Just very clever, sophisticated comedy. One of the things that put him on my radar was when he injected his 17-year-old girlfriend with the aforementioned fat dissolvers.
Chat, we're Looksmaxxing her. We're Looksmaxxing her. It's all good. Dr. Clav? Yeah.
Not great. He also hit a guy with his car on stream.
Drive.
Oh my god! You probably just ran him over.
Is he dead?
I don't know.
Hopefully.
This dude is psychotic. He's kind of like Gen Z's Patrick Bateman. This is American Psycho for people with 10 hours of daily screen time. Pretty sure the clip of him hitting a guy with his car was fake though, because literally nothing came of it. Another big controversy he had was when he assembled what is basically the Avengers for incels. Basically just Andrew Tate and a few of the other manosphere guys. The main event, I would say, was when they went to a club and they sang along to Kanye's infamous song HH and threw up offensive hand gestures. Now, this made a lot of people mad, which was the entire point. They did this because they wanted people talking about them, and it worked. We are all falling for, like, 12-year-old boy rage bait tactics. The rest of the stream was just 40-year-old men asking Clavicular to rate their girlfriends.
Oh, that's easily a 8. I'm gonna give her...
I'm a teenage boy, and I spend all my free time watching content like this. It is kind of hard to imagine someone who would sit down and watch a Clavicular stream. But thankfully we don't have to imagine, because some fans actually came up to Clav on stream one day.
What up, homie?
Yo, you think you can sign my album?
Yeah, I got you, man.
Big fan, man.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, bro, we've been on your ass since the moment you were streaming, since November.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
You think we can take a stream photo?
Yeah, let's do it, man.
I bet. All right, on the count of 3. 3, 2, 1.
Oh my god.
Love you, Cloud. What do you have?
Bro.
Honestly, he wasn't supposed to say that.
That's so cringe, bro.
He calls them cringe, which is true, but he was doing the same thing like a week prior. They're copying you, bro.
Yo, but I have a bunch of friends and family that have been watching, and I'm like known in Orlando as like the Asian mogger. I would have the honor if you could verify me as the Orlando Asian mogger.
Holy shit, is that the Orlando Asian mogger? I knew I recognized him from somewhere. I've got chills right now. This is insane.
Bro.
Honor is mine.
I don't know. You guys are kind of cringe, bro. It's just gonna be real, you know?
Alright, y'all have a good one.
Absolutely tragic, bro. This is a real Syndrome from Incredibles moment. I think Clav will deeply regret not verifying the Orlando Asian mogger. Thankfully though, there are other Looksmaxxers for the Orlando Asian mogger to look up to. I keep seeing this guy named Androgenic. These names, bro. Androgenic is pretty similar to Clavicular, I would say, except he's Australian and he has less luck with women.
I mogged you to death. I already have 5 girls in my hands. Who the fuck are you? How dare you talk shit to me? Who the fuck are you? You're an LTB and everyone's gonna call you that. Your mid-face ratio is cool.
LTB stands for low tier Becky, by the way. I love this vernacular. One thing that you cannot do as a Looksmaxxer is spike your cortisol. Because I guess it like puffs your face up, it makes you look worse generally. Cortisol spikes can be caused by diet or anger. Anger's a big one. And whereas Clavicular usually tries to remain calm under pressure so as to not spike his cortisol.
It's disgusting.
Hey, let's just go have fun. Same thing as the problem earlier. Let's just go have fun. And you want to make this weird fucking vibe all the time.
You're spiking your cortisol.
Androgenic does not.
She had the audacity to call me ugly. Wait, show your face on stream. No. Show your ugly face on stream, you bitch. Mate. Show your ugly fucking face on stream. Don't say that. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Show your ugly face on stream.
Number 1 ranked Chad. According to who? Anyways, after his encounter with the Orlando Asian mogger, Clavicular went to Arizona State University in search of content. Supposedly, ASU has like a crazy party scene, so that's why he's going there. But this trip would prove fatal, as it was during this trip that Clavicular was brutally frame-mogged by an ASU frat leader. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's brutal. Oh my god, it hurts to watch. Turn it off! Turn it off! How will he even recover from this? All I'm gonna say is, this wouldn't have happened if the Orlando Asian mogger was there. As if this was not humiliating enough, he also ran into the ASU frat leader at the gym. The ASU frat leader is inevitable.
The frat leader in the background is frame mogging you with zero effort. Look at him chilling on his phone, absolute mogging you to death.
That's right.
Okay, that one was on him. Why would he let him into his home? At some point after the brutal frame-mogging incident, Clavicular was arrested trying to enter a club with a fake ID. The ASU frat leader caught the whole thing on camera.
Hey man, free the brother man Clav, tell us backwards.
I'm honestly shocked he didn't get caught for this sooner, given that he films himself doing it every night. They also tried to get him on drug possession.
Additionally, I would point out that there was information in the Form 4 that Mr. Peters had been live streaming himself approaching individuals in Old Town Scottsdale asking if he could obtain Adderall.
That's me. Holy fuck. You want some good stuff?
And who gave him the Adderall? That's right, an ASU frat member.
You want some good stuff?
I believe that this was an organized attack by the ASU frats. First he gets frame-mogged like 3 times, and now this? It can't be a coincidence. He was released though.
I just need to talk to more lawyers and figure out like what even content can I make, you know, because you can't drink. There's a lot of terms to my release that they're just waiting. Like I literally, if I fuck up one time, even on a desktop stream, the cops will be arresting me probably within 10 minutes.
Ugh, literally 1984, bro. Can't do anything anymore. And this is supposed to be a free country. In the midst of all of this, an altercation breaks out between Clavicular's girlfriend and his other girlfriend. I'm sorry, the female characters in this story are just very hard to follow because there's so many of them and they get like no screen time. The 2 women involved in this altercation were Jenny Papoach and this other girl named Violet. As far as I can tell, Jenny and Clav had sort of like an off and on type thing going on for a few months.
Why haven't you gotten breast implants yet?
Do you think I should?
Yeah.
Actually?
I mean, I would.
God, he sucks. Situationship from hell. Same thing for Violet, sort of like an off and on situationship type thing. I feel like a T channel right now, which I am, essentially. Anyways, these 2 women get into a physical altercation on stream. I can't really show the whole thing, but the most important moment was when Clav is holding Jenny back and Violet is swinging at her. Now, some people say that he was just trying to break up the fight. He was holding her back so she wouldn't hit Violet. And others are saying that he was holding her back so Violet could hit her. Gonna be honest, I don't know. I can see it either way. Violet did give a post-fight interview.
This is about to be like out there. Like, why did she do that though? Like, why can't you just have a conversation? Like, you want my man? Like, okay, like stand your ground and like say what you want, you know?
I feel like the phrase "my man" is being used very loosely here. Jenny, however, went on to make a few TikToks about the situation, all of which are now deleted, but Clavicular Clips has archived one of them where she makes some pretty hefty accusations.
I want to talk about how he is the new age Jeffrey Epstein and how his girlfriend is possibly the Eileen Maxwell.
Whoa, okay, let's slow down a little bit. That took a really dark turn really fast. It's a long video, at least for a TikTok, but here's the gist. Jenny alleges that Clavicular and Violet will reach out to young women, we're talking like 18.
He uses his platform and his account to lure girls in and reach out to them. They target vulnerable women who have no experience in this industry. They make false promises to them. I want y'all to keep in mind that the women that they scout out are freshly 18 girls, very predatory and weird.
And they will coerce them into signing contracts where they make OF content.
He tried to recruit me as well. He wanted to sign it into my exclusive site and start taking 20% of my money.
She also says that he basically controls these girls' finances, so then they're just kind of trapped in that situation.
Before I knew all of this, I went to the house to pick up one of the girls for a collab, and this is when my speculations began. I was very weirded out. The girl did not have hold of any of her money. She did not have access to her bank accounts. Every time she wanted to purchase something, she had to ask him, or she had to go through him first, or she had to ask him, can I buy this? I thought it was very weird.
And she also basically says that he's running a brothel out of his house.
Wanted me to essentially move into a modern day brothel. He's hosting a house in Delray, Florida. He takes 70% of every girl's money there.
She's basically accusing him of a term that YouTube is really weird about, so I'll say traffic of a suggestive manner. Sorry, I know that's really cringe. I want people to watch this video, so. But yeah, pretty disgusting stuff, obviously. But, like I said, she did later take down the videos, and as of this moment, there is no solid proof of any of this. Not saying she's lying, I'm just saying, as of right now, there's no way to know. I do think it's worth noting, though, that Andrew Tate, who Clav has collaborated with a couple times, has very similar allegations. I do think it's weird that Jenny waited until she got in a public fight with Clav to expose all of this. It could be true, could be not true, I don't know, there's no way to know. These are very serious allegations, and I wish we had more info, but we don't. I just felt like I should include them in the video at least. With that said, Androgenic has just landed in America and is actively searching for the ASU Frat Leader. This is massive news.
I will avenge Clav if it's the last thing I fucking do. If I have to blast 5 grams of test, I am coming for you. I'm coming to Miami in a few weeks. Be there.
So if Androgenic mogs the ASU Frat Leader, is he then the #1 ranked Chad? Is that how this works? He who mogs the Frat Leader mogs them all. The ASU Frat Leader would, of course, respond to this.
I'll snap you, I'll snap you, I'll snap you. Androgenic, you fucking Aussie cunt. You're not gonna fucking mog shit.
Okay, does this guy only own, like, the 2 different tank tops, or what's going on here?
Now you listen right fucking here, you microscopic dog. I'll be blasting 5 grams of test and framework you to the depths of Gandhi's sinkhole. I'll avenge Clav at all costs. This is not a fucking joke.
Things were heating up. World War Mog was in full swing. And then this happens. Androgenic gets his wig snatched. I'm realizing now that these guys are literally just drag queens, and I mean, once again, Androgenic cortisol is just through the roof. As you might expect, this plummeted estrogenic in the Chad rankings. But finally, after all this back and forth, Androgenic and the Frat Leader come face to face.
Come on. What? Oh, damn. There we go. Yeah, baby. Fuck him. Is he on his toes? Yeah, baby. He's on his toes. On my fucking toes. You're fucking bald ass head cunt. You fucking bald. He's on his toes. Fucking out that cunt. Fuck off. What's up, motherfucker?
I hate it when they fight. Now, obviously, the ASU Frat Leader frame mog shit is a joke, and everybody's playing it up for the camera. But at some point, Clavicular would invite the ASU Frat Leader to his house and try and get him to sign a contract, according to the ASU Frat Leader.
Second I get to fucking Miami, this motherfucker wants to come up to me. You gotta sign a contract, buddy. You wanna be on my stream, you gotta sign a contract. Go fuck yourself. That's what I told him at his penthouse on the fucking balcony. Low-key kinda scared to say this, but I didn't sign an NDA, so I'm chilling. 80-20 contract, 3 fucking years. The second I instantly blow up, every single thing I earn, 80-20 contract, 3 years, under Clav.
Does sound kind of familiar.
He wanted to sign it into my exclusive site and start taking 20% of my money.
80-20 contract, 3 fucking years.
Eventually, he just started making some of the same allegations that Jenny did.
So let's think. We have a pimp daddy with a goblin pimp queen, Violet. Chuz. All right. So you have vulnerable girls like Scarlett, Mia. They're like, what is this stuff? What's OnlyFans? Like, what's so cool about it? Like, what? You have the pimp mama going, it's okay, sweetie. Everything's good. Don't worry about it. This shit's easy.
He is absurdly theatrical with his delivery, but I do think this does give some credence to some of what Jenny was saying.
Mad suspicious, G.
And on top of that, there was also a girl on Clav's stream that let slip that she was signed by Clav.
No. Are you a stalker?
I'm not a stalker, I mean...
I'm literally signed with Clav.
Clavicular then kind of appears stressed after Estrogenic seemingly tells him what happened.
Who is this?
Brandy?
Bitch behind you. Wait, it's
I'm Julia.
wait, what? Who? Bitch behind you? Bitch was that? What about it? Who's that? Yes. Who is it though?
I think this gives even more credence to what Jenny was saying. I'm not saying that everything she said was true and that she wasn't being hyperbolic, but it really does seem to me that there was at least a root of truth in there, and that is worth taking note of. And that is not a good look for Testicular.
Mad suspicious, G. Treat woman with fucking respect, asshole.
Whether or not Clavicular is guilty of what he's being accused of, I do think that he is definitely an incredibly insecure and deeply unhappy person that should not be looked up to in any way. Sorry, Orlando Asian Mogger. I think he is right to an extent about looks mattering, even looks mattering a lot in certain situations. But his conclusion from that, as with everything he does, is incredibly extreme, nihilistic, and reductive.
The top 20% of men on Tinder are getting access to 80% of women. And you're talking about I'm the crazy one for wanting to do double jaw surgery? How about it's crazy how hypergamous women have become and how evil society is, right? And the answer to this is looks. The answer to this is the black pill.
When the only women you interact with are women that you meet at bars and clubs, obviously you're going to think that women are shallow and hypergamous. No one is at those places to meet the love of their life. Clavicular seems to view people in like a very robotic and black and white way, very binary. He's also said that he thinks he has autism.
Do you think you have autism?
I would say that I am definitely on the spectrum.
Which, yeah, probably. And obviously that's not a bad thing at all. It just seems to me that his very extreme form of looksmaxxing, his very extreme view of the world, is his own kind of incredibly unhealthy way of dealing with that. This dude has crippling body dysmorphia. And yes, he's been very successful with streaming, but you cannot convince me that the positives outweigh the negatives of his lifestyle.
My dad said full-blown drug addict, sad. My dad said that.
Don't say that right now.
Oh, Dad.
Don't say that.
Dad, I'm making money. What the fuck do you want me to do?
No. Next stream is gonna be wholesome.
Next stream we'll give him shit to the homeless or something.
His dad calls him a drug addict in front of the entire world, and the only person there to comfort him is a woman he probably met an hour ago. That is sad, man. And maybe he is playing a character. Maybe this is one big, massive clip farm. But even then, like, most of my points would still apply.
So, I'm not a character. I'm not a well-developed character. This is a fucking horror story.
If there's one takeaway I have from all of this, it would be this. We should be a little nicer to ourselves. Normal, healthy looksmaxxing like working out is cool and good, and you should do that. But don't spend your entire life obsessing over it. And looks matter, but not that much. I just think that sometimes, when you look in the mirror, even if you think it's not true, you should try and say to yourself, I like what I see.